It's Easter in Rome, a time of celebration, reflection, and incredible energy in the eternal city. But today is also a bittersweet one. It's also travel day, and we're heading back home. But before we go, we'll partake in the Easter celebration. Good morning, everyone. Our last breakfast in Rome, or within the city proper. As usual, I'm having my cappuccino and some sweet bread. I actually don't know what's inside yet, if there's any cream or anything like that. It looked really interesting. And then my mini pistachio croissant, or snail croissant. I'm gonna miss Italy and its pistachios, its natural tasting pistachios. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna miss so many things about this trip. Or just bread. It's good. I don't want anything sweet. We are at Chirodiki's, which was on my last trip here, was the most famous gelateria. Now it's got many competitions. So it's very nostalgic to be sitting here eating them. Because we are on our way to go to Easter Mass. So just a few things to recap. Our hotel actually is centrally placed. However, the rooms are very tiny. There's really nowhere to sit except for the beds. You do have a TV, you do have a mini TV, which is situated really high that you're meant to watch it lying down. So the hotel is really more for sleeping and going to shower, and that's about it. You really can't hang out in there. Plus, the locking mechanism is an actual key. It's not a key card. And you have to lock it when you leave, and you lock it when you're in. Because the door doesn't lock. There's no locking mechanism except for the actual key. So yes, you lock yourselves in there at night. But the staff are really friendly. And you do have room service. There's no breakfast or anything like that, but they do make up the room. New towels and stuff like that. And they do have an elevator. Even though it's really tiny, it's a 2-person elevator with your luggage. Your pistachio here is happening. Alright, we are going to go ahead and make our way to the church. I am going to buy a few bread from here, mainly Columba, because that is considered an Easter bread. And their breads over here, their Columba breads, pre-packaged already, and it's in the shape of a bunny head. And they have it at pistachio. So of course, we're choosing to go to the Vatican for Easter Mass. So one thing, the traffic. Second thing, the craziness. So we're just gonna go to the local church over here. The wonderful thing about eating pastries in Rome, or actually anywhere in Europe, you get to walk it off. Walk it off. Over, and it was a very lovely and simple celebration. No pomp, no circumstance. There wasn't even a choir. The priest was his own choir, and he had a very lovely, haunting tone that even if he was the only one that really sang all the songs, it got to you, you know? It's really nice to be here in Rome for Easter celebration. And now we are going to head off to the airport. Even the Starbucks here, so much better than back home.
I'm having pizza. This is pizza for lunch. I was thinking that I was going to buy. Well, my thought was there was going to be bakeries in the airport, or we'll see bakeries in the airport. And I was gonna buy more bread, more pastries. It didn't happen. It's a good thing that I already bought the Columba bread. My first plan was to buy it here in the airport. I know we missed the big cafeteria, right? We missed the big cafeteria. I actually don't know where it is located here, but if we ever pass through this airport again, we're gonna have to not go into our gates right away and just sort of hang out over there. But yeah, let me know where the actual main cafeteria is for this airport. So for my carry-on, I left some liquids in there, a mini limoncello and an orange liqueur. And I think they're about 5 ounces each. And then I also bought a pistachio paste. And fortunately, surprisingly, it wasn't confiscated the 2 times we had to go through security. So I'm very grateful about that, very grateful. I forgot to mention, for our Mass, it was conducted entirely in English. As a matter of fact, the priest is either Irish or Welsh. I'm sorry, I can't distinguish between the 2 accents. But he had asked for volunteers, basically the congregation, to do the readings. That was really great. I love that. I really love that approach. I thought we had plenty of time, but because of the running around security, no more time. Because of our back and forth through security and looking for food, I only had literally like 10 minutes to eat. So I have to pack it. I had to pack it. Our flight from SFO to Italy was via Lufthansa. And I don't know what happened, but my foot space was almost non-existent. And there was no plugs for your devices. We are now with United and they have plugs, and they also gave us sanitizing wipes as we boarded. That's different. home now. 12 hours feels like such a long flight. I am so tired. But even with some minor turbulence, for the most part, the flight was smooth. So thank you for that. Although they could use a revamp on their food, or maybe because it is economy, it don't matter how the food comes out or tastes like. And it's a little odd that the flight attendants for this flight felt like there was no presentation to themselves. It's almost like they rolled out of bed, put on their uniform, and off they went to work. It was such a contrast to like a Lufthansa, the Lufthansa flight crew. I'll never forget this milestone year trip to Italy. There's just something about walking through history that stays with you. Italy has that effect. It just doesn't let you visit. It makes you remember. And with these collection of vlogs, how can I forget? Thank you for following this channel and this series. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something from it. So from my mindset to yours, more to come. Grazie mille.